My name's Dave Collingwood. I'm a cymbal maker. I'm what's known as an independent cymbalsmith, so I make cymbals. Using raw Turkish material that I import and kind of, I guess, ancient techniques of hand hammering and lathing using tools I've built myself. And yeah, I make unique cymbals for people to play, for drummers anywhere in the world. I started because I heard about this old dude called Roberto Spizzichino, who's sadly passed away, but he's kind of revered as the best cymbal maker there ever was. And anyway, I heard about him making cymbals in his little garage in Florence, I think, in the mountains in Italy. And being a very practical person and a musician as well, I thought that kind of appeals. And I'm the sort of person, once I get an idea, I have to see it through. I'm a musician, I'm a drummer obviously. I was playing a lot with lots of bands, I was touring, lucky enough to go around the world. Then had children, so decided to stop. And at that point it was a bit like, well, I can stay involved with music or I can go and get a real job, which I did for a while, but I didn't really enjoy. And then circumstances dictated a sort of change of things, and I thought, well, now's my chance. Generally speaking, a handmade cymbal will have more character and kind of dynamic range and opportunity for self-expression, I suppose. Nothing wrong with mass-produced anything in essence, but let's say you go and buy a £600 cymbal from a shop in the centre of Bristol or wherever you happen to live. It's going to be a certain way, and chances are it's been machine made. They'll all sound kind of the same, which is fine. But what you'll get from a handmade thing, it's like a handmade anything, is kind of not randomness, but character, and the hammering isn't uniform. That it's got the sound waves propagate differently over the hammer marks than they do if they're consistently hammered on a machine. Long story short, what people get from a handmade cymbal hopefully is more self-expression and more satisfaction, I suppose, from playing a certain type of music. So I've got this cymbal blank, which is, as you can see, flat, gnarly. It's a bit mucky and very sharp on the edge. And what I'm going to do is use some hand hammering techniques to turn it into a cymbal. Yeah, so I also started doing sample packs, nicely recorded samples for digital music makers, for, you know, firing off of electronic drum kits or dropping into projects on computer. I paired up with a company to do a few packs a couple of years ago and kind of saw the benefit of that. People can have, what doesn't exist at the moment are sample packs of handmade cymbals. I make handmade cymbals, and I've got a bit of a background in music production. I've made records for bands I've been in, I've done the mixing and the mastering and stuff. And now having the workshop I've got and the equipment I've got, it seemed like, I suppose in one way, yes, I'm giving people the opportunity to have slightly different sounds from, again, the off-the-shelf stuff. And for me, it's a case of spending an evening recording and editing and mixing, and there you go, they're available. But also, it's a good kind of thing to be on my website that kind of brings in another type of player and another kind of creative seam, as it were, and hopefully tie everything together. The thing I love the most is when one person likes a cymbal for a very personal reason. For example, this morning, someone tagged me on Instagram saying, thanks to lockdown, they haven't really had much chance to play drums, there's been no gigs, etc. But they've finally been able to crack out this ride cymbal that I made for them, crikey, even like 6 months ago or something. And the tag was, I finally got to try out this Collingwood Cymbals ride, and it's just perfect for me as a player. It's got everything I need, this bit's good, this is nice, etc, blah, blah, blah. And for me, it was like I've really done something that person appreciates, you know, it's for them. Another drummer could take it and it wouldn't be for them, but that's fine, that's not the point. So that's what really speaks to me. And also, if I'm honest, if people do come back going, it's great, could I maybe have it tweaked a bit? That happens every so often, and that's fine because it's like an honest relationship. And I feel with a handmade sort of fine instrument, you kind of build a relationship with it, if that's not too pretentious. to kind of help you express yourself.